Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium, once again. I don't know if you've noticed or not, my website has changed. I wish I could explain it. Google hates GaryChampion.com. And it's some of it's through no fault of my own. Some of it is my fault. And it'd be too long to explain it. Anyway, I've changed my website to DallasPsychicMedium.com. And if you go to the old site, it'll click and go to the new site. So thank goodness I found the guy online. And I was working on a new thing I'm going to do on my website. And somewhere in the middle of that, I called the provider. I'm not going to give you the name because they're so lousy. I'd like to get out of the thing with them, but it doesn't seem like that I can do that either. So I'm calling in and I'm putting up some new files, and I'm asking him for a redirect and a few questions. And he says, you're going to have to work on that a little bit before you can put it up. Now I noticed that there weren't any files there at all, that I hadn't put it up. You're going to have to work on that a little bit. You're going to have to work on that a little bit. And I thought, okay, well, what I was working on was possibly a new class called manifesting, and I started writing it, and the things that I know, what works, positive attitude, blah blah blah, being exact, and I reflected back upon being young and stupid, and I was aware of what manifesting was when I was a little kid. It's just hard to do, and I could do it when I was a small child. Why? Because I had a good attitude. I was very positive about everything, and then as time went on and stuff piled on me, and one bad thing after another, like most people, you get a bad attitude. Your programming changes. Now you got this terrible program. And you cannot manifest with a negative attitude. You can't do it. And I've tried it, I guess, for a long time. And then worked on myself through the class that I'm going to give about, reprogramming. Change your program, change your life. I went through that. I don't teach anything that I haven't done. So I went through all that. And then I started reflecting. This is a rambling video, I know, but it sort of makes sense. The times that I could manifest when I was a child, and then as an adult, your attitude gets terrible sometimes. And then the corrective surgery with the class that I'm going to teach is actually what I used. And then I could manifest anything. Didn't seem to matter what it was. So before you manifest, a lot of people are taking classes and studying manifesting. You can't do it with a negative attitude. Or you can't do it with disbelief. I'm going to manifest a new car, but I don't believe it. It's sort of like getting healed without believing it, or getting a reading without believing it. It's going to be hard for you to make that work. Belief's big in the metaphysical field, and there's no proof for any of it. That's the interesting thing. It's all abstract. You can't see any of it. Except these orbs that keep coming into every video, and the dead people that walk through the room. I don't know if y'all can see them, but dead people. They're just, their bodies are dead. Their spirits are still alive. But you can't manifest with a negative attitude. Belief is everything. And if you have a good belief system or a positive attitude, you should be able to manifest anything. If you have a negative attitude, often not your fault. There's almost no one says that, but the reason you're running on empty all the time and nothing seems to be working out of you is that you're working on your parents' program or siblings' programs. Or I remember a kid had terrible parents. They were awful. And he had a positive attitude. And I started watching him. I mean, he lived next door to me. But he watched Star Wars a lot. And this is a long time ago, since the 70s. But he watched Star Wars a lot. I thought, okay, well, there's nothing negative in that. It's all positive. The hero wins, the bad guys don't. It's a big, epic, broad thing in which good and evil fight, and good wins. So he had adopted Star Wars as his program, what he believed. So he had a great attitude because that was who he was. He watched them over and over and over again. If they came on television, hey, Star Wars is on tonight, he watched it on television. Owned the movie, watched it all the time, all of them. So you can still have terrible parents and have a good positive attitude depending on who you model yourself after. If you have terrible parents, you can model after somebody else's parents. Anyway, manifesting is not just asking for stuff. And gee, I need a new remote control for my I need a new big screen 100-inch television. I don't even know what those look like. But it's attainable, but you can't either, number one, not believe. I want a big screen TV, but I don't believe it's going to happen. Then you just killed your own little deal there. Killed your wish list. Or if you have a negative attitude about almost anything, if you're a cup half empty guy, or if your programming's all wrong, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of times it's not your program. It's somebody else's, good or bad. If it's good and you have a positive attitude, you can manifest anything. If it's negative, through child abuse or abandonment or any number of alcoholism, it's going to be hard for you to manifest until you change that basic program, which is what I was trying to do with my. It's the old website. It's just under a new domain name, and I've added a page, or maybe I think I took 2 pages off that. See, that's the problem with websites. I'm shifting gears here. You notice? I wasn't aware that I was doing that. Somebody's saying you're shifting gears too quick. But Google says this and Google says that. So you jump on, you put all that on your website, and then Google turns around and says, we don't like that anymore. Now you're stuck with a pile of crap in your website. They hate it because their algorithm of 312 parts has changed. So that's what I was doing. I was following Google's advice and doing all the googly things. And so I had to change my domain name to get out of it. So that's what I've done. Hope they're not watching. So DallasPsychicMedium.com is a new website. And if you notice on the YouTube site, I've changed it. The little thing at the top that you can have a picture and things, that picture sort of reflects the new website too. And the address of the new website's on that. So if you get lost, that's where it is. And I was changing. I'm slow. I was changing all the addresses of all the videos to the new website. And turns out I didn't have to because I did a redirect. So anybody that goes to the old one, the homepage, GaryChampion.com/index.html, will go to https www.DallasPsychicMedium.com/index.html. That's a long address for something, isn't it? It's a good thing I'm not in charge. I'd call that something else. But anyway, new website, some new ideas, which probably won't affect any of you at all because you don't live near me. I put up a new page called Gallery, and I used to give a lot of galleries. And I'm offering them again. Bunny. Hello. Can you hold on? I'm I'm on doing a video. There's my honey. And just in case you thought I was lying. Uh, anyway, it's a gallery readings, new page, where I stand in front of a crowd or go through the crowd and read people. I added that, but I do psychometry as well, where you can hand me something, I can tell you something about some who owned it. Also, pet readings thrown in. So that's a new page. None of you are interested because you don't live near me, but I'm throwing it out there anyway. So manifest if you're, and the thing is, you can't manifest for somebody else. A mother wants her children to have a new car. He just can't do it. He's got to do it on his own, or she's got to do it on her own. Anyway, no fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.